Welcome to Financial Literacy Class 101. Our focus today is 6 tricks that you're supposed to implement in the next 90 days for you to be financially stable. I know many of you are wondering, what does this financial stable mean? Financial stable means this person who has around peace around money. They are not struggling to pay their current expenditure bills. Again, they are not suffering from consumer debt. For them to maintain their lifestyle, they are living within their means, yet they do not really need to be having debt or collateral. They don't need that. They are just paying their bills. Again, this person has set an emergency fund. They have that in their bank savings. They have that 6 months saving that can run in case the job fails today. They can be able to maintain their current lifestyle without changing their house number, without changing their lifestyle at all for the next 6 months. That's the definition of what we mean by financially stable. So I'll take you in a project where I'll define for you 6 tricks that you're supposed to implement in the next 90 days for you to be financially stable. That day that you don't have to struggle your bills, and I'm sure you'll love number 5. So stick. For my TikTok family, ensure you comment, tell me I'm from TikTok, and also to my returning subscribers, thank you. You make me grow. In the comment section, ensure you comment so that we engage. But remember, don't forget to leave a like so that YouTube algorithm may recommend this content. So the trick number 1, 6 money tricks to implement to be financially stable. Justify every purchase you make. It's very important to justify why you're making every purchase, so that at the end of it, you'll only buy what you need, the necessities. There is at one time, what you forget, those people who are very wealthy family, who come from wealthy family, they forget that their family members, the dad and the mom, one time they sacrificed, they made a strategy, and that is why today they are where they are. Every time, no wealth has to be intentional. What do I mean? It's like example of somebody you meet who has muscles, these gymnastics. Nobody wakes one day and finds themselves with the muscles. They normally decide that one day I'll have to cut weight, and I will have to be consistent and persistent in the gym so that I may get the muscles. The same. Any person you see, they are wealthy. Nothing just comes that. I know you will criticize, say that some inherited from their family members, but the reality is wealth is intentional. If they inherited from their parents never got that wealth. They sacrificed, and that is why strategy number 1, I'm telling you, justify every purchase. Especially for development. If you are a couple, you don't need to if you are to maybe buy a new seat, a new bed, budget for it. Let everything be given a duration. Say in the next 8 months, I'll be upgrading my TV. In the next 12 months, I'll be upgrading my sofa set. That ensures that you will be having adequate funds, because you'll buy only what you need, all the necessities. That is the monetary value. That's the monetary value of your money. So another thing, avoid impulse purchase. Impulse purchase, this is a mentality you meet, especially maybe from those guys with low income. The day they are paid, they go buying everything from the highway. Anything that you meet your way, you buy it. No, don't do that. Let me give you a kicker of financial literacy, especially maybe for this bachelor who lives. Ensure you plan for everything you are buying, especially if it's for the clothes outwear. You need to look smart, because your looks define you. Ensure maybe if you are bachelor, only buy clothes only 2 times a year, or even 1 time in a year. But that one time you decide to go buy 5 pairs of shoes, buy 5 t-shirts, buy 5 jackets, 5 hoods, 5 sweaters, 5 sweatpants. Everything you buy 5. Once 5 t-shirts, 5 boxers, everything 5. Once you buy that and you put them in the house, you'll just be exchanging, and you at no one time will you find yourself dirty, and you'll always maintain your looks, which is very important as compared. Remember, once you buy things in bulk, you'll have that power to negotiate, because if I buy 5 jeans, the price that I will have bought the value of 1 jeans is not the same as you buying one. So that in the whole year, every month you will be setting some funds for development. If you need to upgrade your TV, you need to be strategic. Say in the next 4 months I'll be upgrading, but not anytime. Anything that comes along, maybe Samsung has a new phone, you are there, you go trading, you had already bought the other phone, it had no issue. Now that Samsung has a new brand, you have to go trade in your old Samsung, or at a very cheap, at a throwaway price, to get the new one. You need to plan. Otherwise, you will never be financially stable. Financially stable is this person who is not struggling to pay their bills. Again, they have a precaution of any unnecessary circumstances that may happen, maybe like losing a job, because they have these funds that have been set for the next 6 months. In case they lose a job, they still maintain. And if you lose a job and you have that stability for 6 months to maintain your lifestyle, obviously, if you are not an addict, if you are not an alcoholic, if you do not have any addictive behavior, obviously you will have got a way out. So, especially the freelancers, there are these freelancers who normally say that we have low season, we have high season. To avoid that, be financially stable, and you'll be able to maintain for 6 months even without earning a shilling, and you're able to maintain your lifestyle. So again, we said there's this thing we call 10-second rule when purchasing, especially maybe in the supermarket. In the supermarket, I said have that 10-second rule before you buy something. Pause for 10 seconds. Ask, do I really need this thing? How is it impacting my life? Because you might meet a decision like maybe just changing your seats. Currently, your seats are doing well, and nobody will come and start praising. Nobody will. If family members come or your workmates come in your place, they find that you have new recliner seats which you bought 300k. At the end of it, when they go at home, nobody will 2 months later will be there saying, Jogu Surveyor had bought recliner seats. Nobody is thinking about them. So you need to be strategic. Also, I'm not an advocate of poverty. I want, if you have to buy something, it has to be planned. You don't buy things you don't do impass buying. That 10-second rule before buying anything, you have to budget for it. Another thing, effect of that purchase towards the goal. There is this person who has a target that maybe in the next 4 years I need to move into my house. Another thing, there is this person, this is called financial wisdom. Financial wisdom is that person who goes to buy a car and realizes that currently my lifestyle cannot maintain this car, but I can forego this intention of buying this car, and maybe go at home, set strategies such that in the next 2 or the next 5 years, I'll buy the same car, I'll be having a business, and I'll be able to support it, and I'll also be able to support my current lifestyle. There is no need of buying an asset like a car at the expense of your lifestyle. You at home, you're not living well, your family is not in a good status quo, yet you are there buying a car. Then again, there's this thing we call premature growth. Premature growth is this person who has a car, but once they always telling you, welcome after nikukujie. Unashanga, why did you buy a car if you cannot afford to welcome after? Anytime they give you a lift, once you go to the petrol station, they are telling you, let us cost share. You are cost sharing, and me I was okay moving with my matatu heading. I was okay with my 70 bob taking a matatu because I'm financially stable. I don't want to pick something that I cannot afford, but I'm planning in the next 2 to 3 years to be able to afford it. So something we say what is the effect, that thing that you're purchasing, what is the effect towards your goal? If you have this goal to maybe construct your house in Kamulu, and somebody suggests you a business, something that is costing you, maybe buying a new LG TV, which will cost you 150,000. You see, now you'll be 150,000 away from your goal, because your main goal was not to buy the TV, but now that maybe LG have upgraded, you don't have to buy it. So always when you are buying something, know what effect does it have in your goal. There is this person maybe who has this goal that maybe I want to start, I want to get an income of 200,000. Once I get 200,000, once I have 200,000, I'll set a business. I've already set the model, I've analyzed. Then somebody suggests you to maybe to buy a new phone, which is 20,000. You should ask yourself, if I spend this 20,000 to buy this new phone, yet my phone is functional, what effect does it have to my goal, towards my goal? Now you'll be 20,000 away from your goal. So that is very important. You only allow necessary resources. You only distribute your resources where necessary. Another thing, how it affects your goal. We said how it affects your goal. Sometimes somebody you might friend, especially the workmates, these people who work together. You might visit your colleague, you find that they have just moved, they are calling you for this housewarming. They moved from one estate and went into another estate. Then you not knowing that they had already planned that for them to move in that new estate. It's something that is a plan that they have been having for the last maybe 12 months. You there who is financially illiterate, you just decide now to move towards the new estate, because at least they have new upgrade, the house is very warm, is very reluctant, is very spacious, but you've not planned for it. So that is why we are saying, anytime you are doing anything, know what effect does it have towards your goal. If you plan that maybe in the next 10 months I'll be moving into a new house, and you plan for it, that is a part of financial literacy. And if your goal is to move into that big house, it's okay. If your goal is to buy that car, and you sit down, plan that in the next 6 months, in the next 8 months, I'll be buying this car. Now once you decide this is what you want, do not allow other agendas, maybe black tax or other impass purchase, to deter you towards getting to that goal. If your intention is to buy this car in the next 6 months, ensure that all your effort is towards that. You cut down any other expenses that will deter you attain your goal. And another thing, classify if you need something or you want. So there is this need, like for myself, you always need to analyze, do I need it or do I want? Like for me to create these videos, is necessary I have a pen, because what do I use to write in my blackboard? That's a necessity. But for you must not buy this pen. Maybe let's say of a case of a car. Some people maybe at that stage you really do not need that car. It's not a need, but you want the car. So that is why you are supposed to define between want and a need. If somebody, anytime you have to accomplish the necessities, what you need. Then if it's a want, plan for it. Are you getting? I'm not an advocate saying that you don't move in that big mansionette, you don't go for that vacation. Like now it's August. This video I'm recording on August 25th. If at all December you are going for, you will be pursuing this want of going to a holiday, wanting to go to a holiday. A holiday is not necessary. Wanting to go, you need to plan it. If it's a want, it has to be planned. But if it's a need, like for me to take my breakfast, that's a necessity. For me recording the videos, having the ring light, having my cameras, having my pen, those are wants. Those are needs. Why are they needs? I cannot be able to continue educating you, creating this content if I don't have the tools. So yeah, if you are going for a trip that's a want, you need to plan it. If you want to buy a car in the next 6 months, that's a want, you need to plan it. You need to sit down, plan it, ensure you direct all your funds, all your energies, avoid black tax, avoid impass purchase, have all the strategies. If you need to take your kid to school, that's a need. That's a need, and you have to that has to come before the wants. So another thing, I say, avoid unnecessary debts. We said for you to be financially stable, this is a person who do not have consumer debt. For them to maintain their lifestyle, they really do not need to keep borrowing. That's why we say that is why avoid unnecessary debt. But there is a definition of a bad debt and a good debt. Scroll in my videos, you'll find I've defined between a bad debt and a good debt. Remember, a good debt is the one that is able to reserve itself. A bad debt is the one that you have to repay itself. I have a video that I've created that people earning, a person who is buying a car 1.5 million, one picks a loan, an asset financing, they finance 45,000 per month from their salary because they can afford it, and another one who saves the same cash in money market fund and buys the same car after 5 years. Watch that video. It's very educative, and you'll be able to know why, if it's a debt, you only have to pick for business. You only have to pick a good debt. A good debt is the one that gives you value, it increases value, it is able to pay itself, and it does not get money from your pocket. It brings money to your pocket. It brings money to your pocket, but do not picks away or steals money from your pocket. Then check your friends and confirm their character. There is this type of friends that once you are with them, they have this poor mentality, or they have this inferiority complex, that maybe they have been grown up and they believe money is root of all evil. So you will meet, anytime they have money, they are trying to prove a point that I have money more than you. So you meet, they are very spendthrift. Especially maybe for the friends that normally sit together, they are, maybe you guys enjoy one or two exchange of glasses. You will meet, though I mean alcohol drinking. You meet somebody who is very extravagant, and I said in my other videos, there is no problem of taking alcohol as long as you are financially literate. If you decide that anytime I'm watching a football match, I've already planned for me to watch my football match, I'll be having my 2 bottles. That's not negative as long as you stick to it. But the problem with alcohol is the lifestyle it comes up with and that impasse decision which comes to impasse purchase. That's why you had planned to buy 2 drinks and you end up paying 12. Buying 12, you engage into other lifestyle. That's my kicker, and I love you comment. I'm open to criticism, and that's why I'm recording the video. The only way that we are able to communicate is if you feel a point that maybe it's not auguring well with you, communicate in the comment section, so that as I'm recording these videos, I'm in my house, and the only way that I know that I'm communicating with human beings is if you comment in the comment section. Remember, do not forget to leave a like so that YouTube algorithm may recommend this content to other people. Another thing is, don't compromise your goals. Stay focused on your goals. We get it. Do not compromise your goals. If you have decided you have a goal to buy a car in the next 8 months, do not allow anything to come in between. Anything that only focus on the current expenditure and avoid any other thing that makes you lose focus from your goal. You might find you've decided that maybe you've got employed and you have this plan that in the next 2 to 3 years I'll leave this job and I'll start my business. And maybe you've done your feasibility studies and known maybe the business that I need to start it with 2.5 million. Every single shilling counts. That is why you will focus that in the next 2-3 years I'll not engage in anything else apart from pursuing my goal. And maybe in those 2 to 3 years you will be financially stable. Remember, I said this way, Wealth is intentional. Nobody finds themselves that one day you wake up, you are wealthy, and no matter what status you are earning 10,000, 15,000, all is possible. So those are some of the tricks to implement in the next 90 days to be financially stable. We said financially stable. This is a person who is not struggling to pay their bills. They do not suffer from consumer debt. That they are paying their bills. They are okay paying their bills. They have a peace around money. Once they are not this family dad who anytime they ask about money they shout, they are shouting to their spouse. No, they have that stability. Then they have they have sent at least funds to support their current lifestyle for at least the next 6 months. Thank you. If you reach this far, ensure you comment with the fire emoji in the comment section, and I'll be happy to interact. My TikTok family, thank you for following up, and thank you. This is a journey to get financially educated. Thank you.